Hey, it's Paul. Welcome back to B&B Talk. Do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Let me jump right into things. After going back and forth, Liam tells Ivy that he needs her to do what's right. And he says that if she showed the video, she'd be vilified by the entire family. So he's, in a sense, putting her into a corner and calling her bluff. But Ivy accuses him of being in denial, and she calls his bluff by saying, "How about we go call the police?" Then Liam turns around, puts his tail between his leg, and apologizes for hurting her and causing her to act this way. And then Ivy says that she's just compensating because she's been stepped on over and over by him. And she said that he should go to Steffi and tell her to confess to the police because where she belongs is in a courtroom. So Liam's big attempt at sticking up for Steffi didn't really do anything. It didn't faze Ivy, and obviously she thinks she's gone too far to turn back, and she called his bluff. So after that, we see Ridge, and he's working on Steffi to try to get her to talk, and she turns around and gives him a bunch of excuses why he should actually stick with Ivy for the face of Forster. But Ridge throws her a curveball and says he'll find somebody else if she doesn't want to do the job, and Steffi goes no, and she urges him to accept Ivy. So obviously this is more of a red flag for Ridge, and I think we're going to see more of him digging into why Ivy and not somebody else. And then we see Thomas, and he's doing his same thing with Caroline, where you can see him watching her and trying to get close to her. And he tells her that Steffi gave the position to Ivy and that they both know why she did that. And they talk basically about the whole blackmail thing. And Caroline then thanks him for trusting her with this secret. And hopefully, Thomas thinks it's a way to get them closer. And then Thomas gets into the whole family thing and discusses being raised by Ridge. Says he was a good dad, and talks about times with his sisters and growing up. And he says that Caroline would make a great mom. Now, Caroline helps Thomas after with some design work and tells him to sort of make it up to snuff because Ridge will probably reject it the way it is. And then they start horsing around, and he starts to draw kind of a goofy picture of her, and she's posing, and then Ridge comes in and obviously catches them having fun and wonders what's going on. And that's all we see of them. And then we see Quinn at one point, and she asks Wyatt how Ivy got the face of Forster position. Obviously she's curious, and Wyatt tells his mom that Ivy's holding a winning ticket basically, and he's along for the ride. And ever the con woman, Quinn says that she hopes that he's getting something out of this. And she can tell by Wyatt's reaction that he's definitely in it for himself as well as Ivy. And then we see Liam meet with Steffi, and he tells her that things didn't go well. And Steffi's obviously bothered by this. She's getting tired of getting squeezed on both ends, obviously, from her cousin and getting squeezed by her dad. And she's sort of at a breaking point, you can tell. And the last thing we see is we see Ivy tell Wyatt that Liam tried to scare her, but it didn't work. And we knew that was going to happen. And then at that point, they both sort of mutually agree that they should use that video to open doors for both of them. So these guys are getting more emboldened, and you know what happens. You go too far, you go over the line, you make a mistake, and it's too late to turn back. So I think you're going to be seeing that, but not for a little while. Anyways, that's all she wrote for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. It's Paul, it's B&B Talk. Don't forget to follow us on social media, and have a great day.